got me at a low. 'Cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you. You save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're at a tight end. I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through. What we do is what we do. I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't.
Good morning, everybody. So I am drinking my room temperature water with some apple cider vinegar. I like to chug this down first thing every single morning, and I'm so thirsty. I usually have water upstairs in my room, and I didn't have any, so I'm super thirsty this morning. But I drink lots of liquids in the morning, so this is the first liquid of the morning, and I'll show you guys the other two liquids that I'm about to drink after I'm done drinking this. And then also, while I'm drinking this too, I always take my postnatal vitamins as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these. I like to take these first thing in the morning, so then I just don't forget. So I always do this first thing in the morning too. All right, next thing I'm about to drink is my greens. So I do a green shot every single morning. So I'm gonna do 1 scoop of the Arbonne Be Well Superfood Greens. It has 36 different fruits and vegetables in 1 scoop. And then I'm also going to take my pre and probiotic, and it's in an individual packet. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this all in my cup, pour a little bit of water in here, and then I'm going to chug this down. And then I like to do this because I'm getting in 1 full serving of vegetables already first thing in the morning. And I'm also kicking off my digestion. The gut health, the pre and probiotics are gonna help jumpstart your digestion. It's gonna help with gas and bloating, and basically just get your gut off to a good start for the day. So that's why I always like to do it first thing in the morning. All right, greens are done, so now I'm gonna go ahead and make my coffee. So people over on Instagram are always asking me how I make my coffee, because I always like show my coffee on Instagram. So I'm gonna show you guys on here how I make it. It's gonna be a little different because when I went to the grocery store the other day, they didn't have the creamer that I normally use. I'll insert a picture somewhere of the creamer that I normally use. So I'm using my old creamer that I used to use, which is still good, but I like this new creamer much better. But all right, let me show you guys how I make my coffee. All right, sorry if you guys hear a bunch of screaming in the background, you know, toddler mom life. So I just take my favorite cup and fill it up with ice. That's step 1. All right, fill my cup up with ice, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour my coffee into my cup. This is the coffee that I always use. It's just the unsweetened. There's no sugar or anything in this one. Then I go ahead and just fill it up like halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway. I guess that's like halfway. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take all of my milks here. So I have some oat milk. This is my old creamer that I was talking about that I use. And then I tried out this Starbucks creamer, so I put a little bit of this in there too, but not loving this creamer, but I need to use it, so trying to get rid of it. So I normally would not use this creamer, but using it today. I know, kind of confusing, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour all of my milks into this glass here, and then I'm going to froth it up and mix it all together. So I just pour a little bit of oat milk into the cup, I'm gonna go in with my creamer. And I don't measure anything. I just pour. And I like mine kind of sweet, so it's literally a lot of creamer and milk. I don't really like to taste the coffee. So after I do all that, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in here and blend it up. All right, and then once all my milk is frothed, I literally just go ahead and I just pour it right over my coffee. And voila, that is how I make my coffee drink. See, literally, it's like milk. You can't even see the coffee anymore. All right, so it is 8:30. I have 30 minutes before Mama Squad starts, so I need to go upstairs and change really quick, make sure the girls are good to go. Janae is sleeping right now, so hopefully she'll stay asleep, but we'll see. And Brandon's on bell duty this morning. So me and Brandon actually alternate our mornings with Belle, so it is his morning this morning, so he got her up this morning. He's doing breakfast for her this morning. He's cooking breakfast right now. So, yeah, is that the mama? Mama. So yeah, so I'm gonna go upstairs, get dressed, and then go and do this girl, hopefully you guys can hear me, and go and do my workout. All right, Mama's resetting, 10 more seconds to rest. We're going back into that lateral side step. Here we go, lateral squat side step. All that weight in your heels, pressing back with your heels. Don't lock those knees when you come back to this middle position here. Squatting down, back up, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, sumo dead. Standing back up, don't lock those knees. Coming down nice and slow, pressing those glutes, pressing those hamstrings to the back wall. You should feel those muscles firing up. Here we go, curtsy. Into that lateral. Remember, pull that core in. Keep that core nice and tight the whole time. Trying to get that knee to the ground on that curtsy. Coming down to that lateral. Use that heel. Press back to the middle. All right, one more movement. Going into that double pull sumo. You can use weight or no weight, bringing those legs further than shoulder width apart. Remember, squatting down, all the weight in our heels. Standing back up. Here we go. Let's get set. 3, 2, and 1. Pull that belly button to spine. Pull that pelvic floor up. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. We're gonna do a little bit of core to close out our workout this morning. Extend, and then come back in. Nice, slow, and controlled. Try to keep those hips centered, don't turn. All right, grab some water, we're gonna stretch it out. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take our nice big deep breaths. Let's go ahead and inhale on up. And exhale down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then today's quote is, nothing is impossible. The word itself means I'm possible. Good job today, mamas. Thank you guys for joining me. And all my pregnant mamas like Cindy, Sandra, are not pregnant. Postpartum mamas, if you guys want to wear your baby, you have a baby carrier, you can definitely just put baby on you and wear them as you work out. So that's always an option too. So, all right, good job today. Drink your water, get that post-workout in. I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good day. Bye. All right, Mama Squad workout is done, and now it is time for me to make my very first meal of the day, which is also my post-workout meal. I don't eat usually before a workout. Only time I'll really eat is if I'm like starving in the morning, but normally I'll eat after I work out. I just feel better when I don't have food in me when I work out, so that's really a personal preference for you. So if you need to have food in you before you work out, definitely eat. Wait a little bit, let your food digest, and then work out. Or if you want to do a fasted workout, do a fasted workout. It's literally your preference. But all right, let me show you guys how I make my shake. All right, I'm gonna start with some cashew milk. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in 8 ounces of cashew milk here into my blender cup. You can use any dairy-free milk of choice. I'm using cashew milk today, but I will use oat milk too, or almond milk, but doing cashew today. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in 1 big handful of spinach. I always like to put a vegetable into my shakes, and also it's just another easy way to get in vegetables. And if you have a hard time getting in vegetables, this is a good way to get in some veggies. So all right, then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my fruit. So for fruit today, I'm gonna do like 1/4 of a banana. I just freeze my own bananas. So I'm gonna do 1/4 of that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple strawberries. I have some frozen organic strawberries. You always want to do organic when you do strawberries because strawberries are on the dirty list. And baby is getting restless, so it's time for her to eat. All right, Nay is ready to eat. Let me hurry up and finish this. I'm gonna do a handful of some wild blueberries. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in a healthy fat. I always put in a healthy fat into my shake. I'm using almond butter today. I know, Nay, mommy's coming. She is hungry, hungry, hungry. All right, so doing about a tablespoon of that. I don't really measure. I just put in what my little heart desires. If you are trying to cut though, make sure you measure. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna go in with some protein powder. So I'm using the Arbonne protein powder. Bella, don't scream over her. Let me get this girl. All right, so I'm gonna go in with 2 scoops of protein powder. This is vegan vanilla protein powder. I'm also going to add in a handful of ice to my shake as well. Gosh, I should have used the bigger blender cup today. I feel like this is super full today. Trying to do this one-handed, guys, because mom life and toddler. But if you're a mom too and you are short on time and you know you need to eat, especially if you're breastfeeding, this is a quick way to get in a meal. Literally, it takes like 2 minutes to make a shake. So definitely recommend making a protein shake. All right, I'm gonna throw this on the blender. All right, once your shake is all blended up, go ahead and take your favorite cup. This is my favorite smoothie cup. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour my smoothie in here and go and feed this girl because she's gonna have a heart attack in a second. It's been 3 hours since I nursed her. All right, so it is now the next day, but I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a little bit of a postpartum update now that I'm about to be 7 weeks postpartum, and I have not picked up the camera since we left the hospital, basically. Before I jump into the postpartum update, I first off want to say thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support that I have gotten on my labor and delivery video. Like, I'm literally blown away. Like, I was not expecting to get that much support on this video. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's just been so many nice comments on there. I've been trying to respond to everybody. I'm sorry if I haven't responded to everybody, but I definitely have seen every single comment. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And I just want to say this too, like, I know I've gotten some comments on there about, you know, having a medicated birth. Like, why would you put yourself through that? And you know, everybody has their reasoning on why they do a medicated birth or an unmedicated birth. And you know, I just want to say whichever way you choose to birth is your way that you choose to birth. And you know, basically the outcome of any birth should just be a healthy mom and a healthy baby. So that's all that matters. So if you choose to, you know, have an epidural or get, you know, drugs through an IV or whichever way you choose, like, I totally support it. Like, I had an epidural for my first pregnancy, and basically from my experience, it just wasn't a good experience for me having an epidural. I didn't like being confined to the bed. I didn't like laying down. I didn't like that I couldn't get up and move. I didn't like that I had to have a catheter put in me. Like, I didn't like those things. And you know, with my second baby, I decided to go all natural, and just my postpartum was just so much easier after her. Like, I was up walking around. I didn't feel like I had a baby. Like, my recovery was just so much faster. And you know, I'm like, I rather just, and I got to be able to stand up and move around, and like, it was just, overall for me, it was just a better experience. And the same thing with my third delivery. Like, it was actually, this delivery was easier than my last delivery. So yeah, I don't know, but you know, everybody has their reasoning on why they choose to do birth a certain way. So please do not hate on anybody that, you know, wants to give birth unmedicated, because, you know, that's ultimately, that's their choice. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for all your love and support on the video. Like literally so many people now are like, oh my gosh, I so want to have unmedicated birth and I can do this. I know I can do it too. And you know, like I love that I've been able to, you know, motivate and inspire other women to give birth unmedicated. So that's awesome. My purpose and why I share my life and why I'm on social media is because I ultimately want to motivate and inspire everyone to be their best self. So, and that they can literally do anything. So yeah, but all right, let's go ahead and jump into this 7-week postpartum update. So yeah, I'm gonna be 7 weeks postpartum tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be June 11th. So yeah, I'll be 7 weeks postpartum tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back to coming home from the hospital. That's the last thing you guys saw. So basically I came home from the hospital, and I'm the type of person, like when I come home, I have to unpack. I have to make sure things are in order. And usually whenever I will leave and, you know, I'm leaving my house and I know I'm gonna be gone for a little while, I like my house to be clean. So when I come home, it's clean. I am a clean freak. I like everything in its place. And basically my mom was here, and my oldest daughter Jasmine and my youngest daughter Belle was here. So of course my house wasn't the way that I would have liked it to be when I got home. So of course, you know, I'm kind of cleaning up. I'm wanting to unpack my hospital bag. I had just washed the sheets on my bed. I didn't have a chance to put them back onto my bed yet, so I had to like make the bed. So like my mom was helping me make the bed, and I started feeling dizzy, and I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good. I need to go sit down. I started feeling like shortness of breath. I was having blurred vision, and I was just like, okay, like I'm not feeling good. Like what's going on? Like I've been fine this whole entire time, but I think I literally came home and started doing like too much. So I called the advice nurse, and they basically said that I needed to come into the ER. I didn't go. I literally just ate and literally just like fell asleep, and I woke up and I felt a little bit better, but I didn't feel like 100% okay. But I was just like, you know, it's probably just because I'm tired. Like I was up for like basically 24 hours. I hadn't really been sleeping before that because pregnancy, you know, you don't really sleep towards the end of your pregnancy. So I was just figuring like I'm just tired, and I just had a baby. So this was Saturday. Tuesday rolls around, and I noticed that I'm having some swelling in my legs and my feet, like a little bit in my hands, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like I've never had swelling before. I never had swelling during any of my pregnancies. None of my postpartum, I've never swelled before. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? I still had the blurred vision. That hadn't gone away, and I just figured that's just because I'm tired and all of this stuff. But basically one of my friends that's in healthcare was just like something's not right. And so she asked me like what all of my symptoms were. She told me to send her a picture of my face, because at this point my face was just so swollen. And she sent it to one of her friends that's a doctor at Stanford, and basically the doctor at Stanford was like, she needs to go to the emergency room right now. She's showing all the signs of postpartum preeclampsia, like she needs to go now. So I was like, okay, I'll go. Like, let me go just to rule it out, make sure everything's okay. So I go to the ER. They run every single test. Like they did a cardiac test. They did an ultrasound of my legs. They took urine. They took blood. They did a x-ray of my chest. Trying to think, they did a whole bunch of tests. I was literally there for like probably like 6 hours or something. But literally every test came back fine. Everything was literally fine. They couldn't tell me the reason why I was, you know, experiencing these symptoms. They were basically just like, you know, every postpartum is different, just like every pregnancy is different, every postpartum is different, but that I was fine, just to, you know, stay off my feet and rest. They even sent me over to get my eyes checked too, and my eyes came back fine too. Like they literally ran like every test. Only reason why I wasn't diagnosed with postpartum preeclampsia was because my blood pressure never once was high. It was slightly elevated though before I left the ER. So when I came into the ER, you know, my blood pressure was at a certain number, and then when I left it was higher. So that was a little concerning for them. So they actually had me come back the next day to just check my blood pressure. My blood pressure was fine. But yeah, so that was what happened the first couple days postpartum, which was, you know, scary to me because that's never happened before, but literally, like, I was fine. So literally I just rested. My mom came and helped out for a little bit. My dad came up, he drove up with his wife, and they came and helped me out for a little bit. Then like my Fit for Mom family, they were bringing me food. And so just literally just trying to just rest and recover, and, you know, actually taking the time to rest, which I kind of did. But it's hard to rest when you have a newborn and a toddler. It's a lot. But yeah, so literally like my symptoms went away probably within like 2 weeks. I was feeling like back to normal, I want to say. Maybe less than 2 weeks. I don't really remember exact dates now. But yeah, overall now, like, I'm feeling fine. Like, my body was recovering fine from, you know, giving birth. Like, literally I stopped bleeding like 2 weeks postpartum, and just having like light spotting. I'm not bleeding at all now. But yeah, overall, like, I feel good. Then I went to my 6-week checkup at like 5.5 weeks postpartum, and everything was fine. Like, she didn't even check me down there. I did not rip during labor. So she was like, there's no need for me to check down there unless like I'm experiencing some kind of pain or anything down there that's abnormal. But I was like, nope, everything feels fine. And so she was like, I don't need to check you. So yeah, my checkup went good. I've been cleared to work out. I actually started working out this week. I had my very first Mama Squad workout this past Monday, and I worked out yesterday, which you guys saw. So yeah, I've done 2 workouts so far, and I've just been easing back into the workout. I'm just listening to my body. I've even been doing modifications, like, and before I even jumped back into my workouts, I was just focusing on my core those first 6 weeks. Literally just focusing on strengthening my core back and getting that nice and strong before I jumped back into an exercise routine. So if you are postpartum, do not jump straight back into an exercise routine. First, take the time to strengthen your core and then hop back into an exercise routine. You have to strengthen your core first. Like, that's literally your, you know, foundation, is strengthening your core. Yeah, so workouts so far, they've been going good. Ultimately, I just want to get my strength back. I'm not looking to like lose any weight or anything like that. I actually am happy with where I'm at right now. I just want to tone. I'm not dieting right now. Like, I'm not counting calories. I'm not doing macros or anything like that. Like, and I'm not going to be doing any of that right now. My calories ultimately need to stay high right now, because I am breastfeeding, and so I don't want my milk supply to go away, since my goal is to nurse for a year. So yeah, so not doing any crazy diets or anything. I'm literally just eating as many whole foods as I can, drinking lots of water. But if I do want a treat or something, I still, you know, will have something. I have dessert literally every single night. I have gone dairy free though. I was a little worried that maybe the baby has a dairy allergy, so I've been dairy free like for the last week now. And I'm gonna introduce dairy back again, probably maybe this weekend or sometime next week, and see if there's a change to her. But she's been pretty much acting the same way to me, but she was throwing up a little bit more than I thought was normal. And my last 2 babies, especially Belle. And Belle has a dairy allergy, and she would projectile vomit all the time. Her stools were bad, all of that. So we knew that she had a dairy allergy, or we didn't know if she had a dairy allergy, but literally the first time I ever gave her dairy, we were in the ER. So Belle still cannot touch dairy to this day. So she was kind of showing signs that, you know, Belle was showing. So I was just like, is she allergic to dairy? But she's been pretty much acting, I feel like, the same way. I feel like her throwing up hasn't been as bad. None of her stools showed that she had a dairy allergy or anything. So I don't think she does. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated once I bring dairy back into my diet and see what she does. But yeah, overall, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling back to my normal self, although I am missing my pregnant body a little bit, and I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to be pregnant again. But that won't happen for another year if God blesses us with another baby. But yeah, as far as Janae, she's doing awesome. She's almost 11 pounds now, but she's doing good. Sleep-wise, though, of course, she's not sleeping that great because she's a newborn. And she's like always wanting to hold me or like be up under me. So it's been a little tough just trying to put her down and get things done. I've been doing like a lot of baby wearing. I've been swaddling her. People on Instagram said for me to like put a piece of my clothing where she's sleeping. Uh-oh. I think she might be waking up. I have the monitor over here. But they're saying to put a piece of clothing like where she sleeps so she can smell me. And so, you know, that was working and all of that, but still, like, she still wants me to hold her and stuff. But we're working through it. It's really bad at night though. That's when it's like really bad. She basically wants to co-sleep, and I don't feel comfortable co-sleeping, especially with Brandon. Brandon's a really hard sleeper, and I always get scared, like, if she is in the middle of us, that she's gonna, like, he's gonna roll over and like crush her or something. So I'm literally like stuck in the middle on the bed. But yeah, so her sleeping's just not that great, but we're working on it. We're gonna start sleep training too in a couple weeks. Like next week we'll be starting sleep training. You can start at 8 weeks. In the book that I'm reading, you can start sleep training at 8 weeks. But yeah, overall she's doing good, she's thriving. And then as far as like Belle, her adjusting to baby has been a little bit of a struggle, which I was expecting, and it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I was really worried about becoming a mom of 2 under 2. I do have 3, but my oldest is 16 and she can take care of herself. She's almost 17, about to be a senior in high school. But I was really just worried about adjusting to being a mom of 2 under 2, and Belle's doing okay. She's acting out a little bit. In the beginning, when we first brought the baby home, she loved the baby too much. She was literally just wanting to kiss and hug her, and that's all she'd do. She literally just kiss her and hug her, and that was it. But then now it's kind of becoming, or it has become, like she's headbutted her a couple times. She's starting to hit her. Now, like when the baby cries, she cries, and she's crying for no reason, and you know, ultimately she's just wanting attention. So I've been, you know, trying my best to give her attention, but it's hard, you know, when you have 2, and especially a newborn. But like nighttime, for example, me and Brandon always switch off every night, so I've continued to still, you know, put her down on my nights, and in the mornings me and Brandon alternate that as well. So like in the morning I'll get her up and we'll go and we'll make breakfast and things like that. I still try to have that like me and her time. But yeah, so those are 2, you know, 2 things that I have not cut out. But I mean, of course it's going to be adjustment for her, because it was literally me and her the last 2.5 years, and now she has a little sister. And so, you know, the same with Jasmine too. Like everybody around here is adjusting, but we are adjusting. And we're ultimately, overall, like we're doing pretty good. We're figuring it out. Now we're starting to be on more of a schedule now that, you know, baby's getting a little bit older. So like right now I've been focusing on trying to get like Janae's sleep stuff organized, because ultimately Belle and Janae will be sharing a room. So I want to get them on like the same sleep schedule. Even though I know Janae is going to be sleeping a lot more than Belle in the beginning, but if I can at least get like their bedtime and like wake times and Belle's nap time the same, that would be great. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm still gonna continue to take you guys along with me on my journey. If there's like any specific type of videos you guys want to see, comment them down below. I am gonna be doing like a postpartum essentials video, like a newborn must-have videos, even like newborn items that I didn't use or regret using or buying, which is not too much since this is my 3rd time around now. But there are lots of new baby stuff. Lots of new, you know, postpartum stuff, all of that they did not have even just like 2.5 years ago when I had Belle. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing those videos. I'll probably do like a morning routine video for you guys and things like that. But if there's something you want to see, please comment them down below. But yeah, thanks again so much for everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and subscribing to my channel. And if you are new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.